Welcome back to my channel. Alright, y'all, it is super late, but not that late. Maybe some of you lovely people are still up, and if you're not, that is okay because you can always watch the replay. But my name is Tiana. Welcome to my channel. We do a bunch of things on this channel. We are really focused and concerned with hair care. So I follow my micro lock journey for most of it, and other lock journeys and head wrap tutorials, hairstyle tutorials, all that fun stuff. Hey girl. So hopefully some of y'all are still up with me and we can hang out and talk. So we are getting into like the best sections of this book. So for those of you who don't know, we're on like a hair growth series. And like I said, when I went natural, we did the big chop. So there were, hi, thank you ladies for joining. It's nice to see you all on as well. So when we went natural, me and my family, I think we all did the big chop, honestly, except maybe my youngest sister because she only had like one, maybe two relaxers, so it wasn't a big deal for her. And at the time, she was still kind of like fairly young. So I did the big chop, and because we did the big chop and it was such a big difference, we just tried all of these hair growth things to try to speed up our growth and try to get back the hair that we had cut off and try to cut off the relaxed parts. But there's some things that were really good, and I do think really helped with speeding up the growth, but also growing healthy hair that I want to go back to, and I got it from this book. So for those of you who don't know, it was called Grow It Long. I don't know if you're the first one though. It was called Grow It Long. Now it's called Grow Black Hair Using the O'Hara Method. It is free on Amazon Kindle. Look at all of y'all up. It's free on Amazon Kindle, and so I've been reading it and just kind of going through it, and yeah. So the last thing we worked on, I think, was humectants and conditioners, which was a really good chapter. Hey, it's so nice that all of you are up, y'all. Like, I would have done it earlier, but I've been busy. But I wanted to get it out because you just never know when you can get a video done and when you can't get one done. So I try to do them whenever I feel like I have free time to do them. All right, so this section is called For Speedy Growth, Eat More of This. And I actually called my sister right before. I gotta go to work too. I gotta go to work too tomorrow, but here we are. Because a woman's job is never done, so we have so much stuff to do. But I called my sister, Shades of Sage, so hopefully she can help us out because she actually experienced more of this than I did. So as we get into it, if she could share any of her advice, that'd be great. If any of you have ever done any of the things that we're going to mention, then definitely leave the comments down below. And Pink So Sweet, we are here. Yep, we are here to help you out, and not only you, but anybody like you and ourselves as well. And I gotta mess with my dad because I gotta always let him know that a woman's job is never done. We got so much to do. All right, so this is called For Speedy Growth, Eat More of This. So here we go. And I actually like this chapter, and I stand by it. I stand by it wholeheartedly. So it says, are you ready to discover one of the first and most powerful secrets to not only longer hair, but faster growing hair as well? Nutrition plays a very big role in how long your hair grows. And if you were looking for that one magic potion that would grow your hair to forever, then stop looking for that one magic potion. The very first course of action starts with what goes inside of your body, which if you've done any hair research, you know this is true. Your hair growth starts from the inside, so it's clear to say that what you eat will have a huge impact on if your hair grows at all. This is one secret which has a massive impact on your growth. Everyone has their hair secrets, and there are a very few good ones yielding amazing results. But the following is one of the first evidence I've ever had of absolute growth. However, while I share this story with you, I will later share how you can use this in a way that is better for you. While I was working and traveling overseas, I got to become acquainted with the family that I would spend most of my time with. And this was a North African family who had a mixture of Arab and African. And one of the daughters, Claudia, had a very thick, coily, waist-length hair. It's the sort of hair most American women, rather, would consider unruly to handle because of its kinky curls and large volume. Yet, despite the tight coils, her hair was always very long, which she wore in a long braid. Yes, this is definitely one of my favorites. One day, after lots of back and forth debate about cutting her hair, she took the lead. And having it cut, she was quite disappointed about the way the new length had framed her face. And she definitely did not find it as flattering to her face as she had previously imagined it would. And I had to agree. However, the damage was already done. I imagined that it would take her several years for her hair to reach its previous length, and this was all my own misconception about the ability of coily hair growth at all. And although she was very sad about her hair, she immediately had a plan. I heard her telling me what she intended on doing to grow her hair back, and she also had a clear idea of expected length within a few months. Quite honestly, I heard her, but I did not believe the possibilities, so all of her words went out of my head. My mind was already programmed with disbelief that her hair could ever grow back to anything close to what it was. And where I was feeling very disappointed and thinking of the many years it would take her to gain new growth, she was thinking a lot shorter term than I was. So shortly after Claudia's haircut, my assignment was over and I had to leave. However, 6 months later, when a new assignment brought me back to her area, I got to stay with Claudia's family again. And I was very surprised when she walked in the door because to my amazement, Claudia's hair was surprisingly longer. And not just a little bit longer, but a whole lot longer, reaching way past her shoulders. She immediately informed me that the growth was due to eating more eggs. And she swore to it, reminding me that she had told me of her plan about after her last haircut. I remembered, but I could not believe it. And after her disastrous haircut, Claudia went into immediate dietary control, consuming a considerable number of eggs daily. Eggs, you may ask, but I am here to say yes, and later I will tell you why. All the other women in the house chimed in agreement that eating more eggs had considerably speeded up the growth of their hair. And it was very hard to disbelieve the egg theory because all the women had gloriously long hair. I wanted to believe that it was something elusive, perhaps the quality of their hair, but really their hair was not much different from mine. It wasn't a particular hair grease or conditioner. It really was the addition of eggs. Eggs are a super rich source of protein, vitamins, and minerals, and it's especially high in vitamin B12. A diet high in vitamin B will yield rapid hair growth. So that's a little tip, right? That vitamin B helps with hair growth, which you honestly don't hear about too much. You hear about vitamin E helping, but she's mentioning how vitamin B helps as well. A diet which is deficient in vitamin B will lead to rapid hair thinning and hair loss. But eggs also consider a high amount of sulfur, which is also great for the hair. So I decided to put the egg theory to the test and try it out myself. I decided that I would not relax my hair for several months in order to monitor the extent of the growth, and in those days, the author had a relaxer. And I know Shades of Sage is loving this because eggs is her absolute favorite food. And you definitely can chime in because for sure, Shades of Sage has tried this. She has tried eating eggs and seeing if it results in longer, stronger, and faster growing hair. So she can, speak on it. My diet consisted of eggs and a small green leaf salad for breakfast, sometimes oatmeal and eggs. For lunch, I also had boiled eggs in a sandwich, which happened to be a popular sandwich that you can find in local shops, boiled eggs and greens in a French bread. And for dinner, I would also consume more boiled eggs with meals. In total, I would have about 6 to 8 eggs a day. And this was pretty much the diet the women in the house suggested that I follow. Now, I must say I was very worried about the extra consumption of eggs, as I had always heard stories about the extra cholesterol found in eggs. Still, I really wanted to duplicate the growth that Claudia was gaining, so I followed the diet without complaining. And within the time that I followed the diet, my hair grew rapidly. There was definitely an undeniable surge of growth. Although I was quite happy about the length I saw, I simply could not keep up with the diet. And after 3 months, I became disgusted by the sight of yet another egg. At that time, I did not make the effort to fully understand just why eggs were such a factor in the speed of hair growth. It wasn't until I stopped doing the diet and saw the decrease in my hair growth that I decided to make an effort to learn more. I was not willing to eat another egg, so I had to do the research. And after some research, I learned the common factor in this secret hair growth was protein. Protein, protein, protein. Added protein was the essential hair growth secret because after all, our hair is made from protein. And without protein, there is little to no growth. So you may use all the magic potions out there and you won't see the benefit if your diet is lacking protein. Protein is an essential part of your hair growth because it is the base. So let me just stop there. So let me just say, first and foremost, y'all, obviously this sounds radical, right? Like to eat eggs. I think she said 6 to 8 eggs a day. That's like radical, and not everybody can do that. So unless you're like Shades of Sage, right? Who like absolutely loves eggs, that's difficult, not gonna lie to you. But I know she did try it, and because eggs is her favorite food, she was able to kind of keep it up. Now I tried it, but my body and food is so funny. So I tried it, but it just the over eggs just threw my body like into a tizzy. It did not like it. So I could not use it, but I can stand behind the fact that your hair obviously is made of protein. So just as much as I am big, big, big on water, I am big, big, big on protein. Because, well, obviously protein is good for your body because it's that thing that kind of builds you up. But your hair is made from protein. So I want to say keratin. I don't know if this is the right word or if I'm making this word up, but that's the word in my head. Anyhow, your hair is made of protein, right? So that's why we say that your body is always growing. But your hair, your nails, they are extra protein in your body that kind of has been pushed out and pushed through. So if you are lacking protein, or if you're using all the protein in your body for other things that your body needs protein for, you don't leave very much left over for your hair. Nor do you leave very much left over for your nails, and for the parts of your body that needs protein to kind of rebuild itself, like as far as skin. So these things come from excess protein in the body. And if you don't have any excess, you can't really eat. I mean, you can't really grow the hair that you really are trying and wanting to grow. Yeah, so Shades of Sage says that she eats 4 eggs a day. So this book made her not feel bad about it. But again, if you're like me and you absolutely positively cannot eat a bunch of eggs, then you can always jump on protein. Just adding more protein in your diet, because when your body has that excess, it will go ahead and shoot that excess out, and it will show up in, oh my Lanta, not my friend on here again. It will show up in your, I'm just trying to delete these comments, y'all. It will show up in your hair, though, and it will show up in your nails. And that I know for sure. So even when we get to the part about supplements, and I don't know if she's going to mention it now, but protein is one of those extra things that you kind of put into your system. And the more of it, the more you'll see a difference. So for those of you that's looking for something to eat, to take in, water, of course, you need plenty of water so that your body has excess. And then protein. You need plenty of protein so that your body has excess, because your hair is made up of dead protein. All right, so protein is the building block of all cells in the body. So besides water, protein is the next largest part of body weight. Hair is dead protein. See, I said that. I said all that good stuff. Specifically, hair is made of a chain of amino acids called keratin. I was right. And I read this book before, but I have literally not, it has been like 10 years or so. Like, I have not read this book since then. I did read it a couple of times, but some of the stuff that I was just saying, I learned when I was in cosmetology school. So that's how I was able to take this book and be like, you know what, they're right, because I had already learned in school that your hair was extra protein, that was made up of protein, and it was made up of the extra protein that your body kind of pushes through. So hair is made up of a chain of amino acids called keratin, and supplementing your diet with an added serving of the following will dramatically increase the speed at which your hair grows. Now, this is not a wild speculation, so unless you are sick, you will notice faster growth. Within 2 weeks, you can see much more growth than you would ordinarily have. And after 1 month, it is not out of the ordinary to have an added inch to an inch and a half of hair growth. And again, totally standing by it. For me, because my hair is so extremely curly, a good way for me to tell if I'm getting a lot of protein is if my nails are growing out. Then I can say, all right, you know what, I'm getting a lot of protein. If my nails are brittle, or if they're breaking a lot, and that's aside from doing hair, because doing hair breaks my nails. Like, I'm literally down to nothing because I've been doing a lot of hair. But aside from doing hair, I know that if my nails are not looking healthy, I can almost guarantee that my hair is not looking healthy. And in turn, my skin is not going to look healthy. But my nails are like the fastest way for me to tell if I'm getting enough water and if I'm getting enough protein. So that's just one way that you can judge it, besides like actually measuring out your hair. So the following is a list of protein sources. So here y'all go. These are the things you eat: eggs, fish, meat, of course, beans. So if you don't eat meat, because there are some of us that don't eat meat, not me, some of us as in y'all, but not me. But if you don't eat meat, you have beans, soy, yogurt, lentils, almonds. And again, you know, you gotta watch my sister's her hair journey and how she went from waist length to locks, but she's done waist length a couple of times. And I can say for sure that a lot of these are some of her favorites, like lentils, love them, almonds, love them, soy, I think she was eating a lot for a while, beans, eggs, all of those are good stuff because they're all out of protein. But I feel like it's a good variety so that if you're not liking something, there are other things in here that you can eat more of, or that could be a healthier choice, so that you're not overeating something that's not good for you. So that's eggs, fish, meat, good meat, of course, beans, soy, yogurt, lentils, and almonds. Yes, fish, salmon, that's true. Salmon is one of my favorites. But yes, these are your sources of protein. Protein supplements in the form of shakes and capsules are also a very good way to supplement your diet with added protein. The manufacturers of those products aim to give the consumer a good balance of all the amino acids in one single serving without the added fat or other things which come with eating lots of meat. So you can do protein shakes. Generally, protein supplements are used by athletes who are interested in rapid cell and muscle growth. And this will make a lot of sense as to why it would also be an enhancement with hair and nails, as this is all protein. So you can make a great protein shake as a meal replacement by adding fruits such as bananas or even spinach. And further proof of the link between protein and hair growth are the added bonuses of the Atkins diet. Now, I don't know anything about the Atkins diet, but those of you that do, you can let us know how it all ties in. But when this diet was popular back in the day, many people attested to a side effect that they were not expecting, and that was the benefit of much longer hair. While protein is the core of faster growth, in the next chapter, I will share with you supplements which also increase growth, as well as enhances texture, fullness, and strength to the hair. So there y'all have it, guys. Those are some things that you can eat to help you out. And like I said, I couldn't do the eggs, but I pretty much can do anything else on that list and kind of double up on it. So if you're interested, honestly, your biggest thing would be to focus on protein, adding more protein in your diet, and then trying, of course, to get the proteins in the most healthiest way as possible. Thank you. Yes, do not forget the thumbs up and subscribe, because I don't think I even mentioned that at all, but don't forget to. But yeah, so you got to beef up your protein, and that's something that I plan to do and try to document. if I can on this channel, but to see if it makes a difference. But I was able to try it. A lot of those things I do really, really like. Like, I'm a big seafood person, so I can eat fish all the time. Yogurt, love yogurt. The beans, those type of thing. The nuts that have a lot of protein, those are really good, so I enjoy those. But if you want to beef up or speed up rather your hair growth, or if you're experiencing thinning or you're trying to repair, like maybe you had a breakage or whatever the case may be, definitely double up on your protein. And like she said, you can take protein shakes. And in the next chapter is going to be like supplements you could take. So if you're interested in like taking any kind of vitamins, herbs, those type of things that will help with hair growth, you'll get some of that too. But yeah, that is all I have for you all tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm glad that everybody is up with me too. But yes, definitely try it out. If you do, come back to this video and let us know how things worked out for you. If you have, or you already feel like you have a rich protein diet or like a high protein diet, go ahead and let us know that too, because you could be taking in protein for other different reasons. So let us know how that's working out for you. Have you seen a difference in like your hair growth or your nail growth or your skin or anything like that? Any of those things that require your cells to be rebuilt. And don't forget, like I said, your hair is made up of dead protein. And by dead, I mean the excess protein in your body gets pushed out through your hair and your nails. So the more you have, the better chance you have of having that luxurious hair that you want, or lush hair, or healthy looking hair, and even shine. Even shine is going to come from your protein. So to have the protein on the inside. Now I do want to say, because there are a lot of products that put protein on top of the hair, but just like water, you definitely need both. You need it inside and outside. But the thing is, you can eat a lot of protein and do it in a healthy way and be okay. But you cannot, like we spoke about just recently, I think in the last one, you cannot put a lot of protein on your hair and be okay. Because if you have too much protein on your hair strands, you're going to cause those to really break down and be just way too brittle for you to do anything with. So the safest thing is to up the protein you take in versus upping the protein you put on your hair. You want your hair to be made of strong protein more so than putting a lot of protein on it. All right, so I hope that makes sense. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's a lot of hard work, but we're trying. So I appreciate all of your support, all of my subscribers, old and new. Thank you. If you're new, welcome. I hope that you enjoy this video. Shades of Sage says, I definitely feel like eggs are my secret. Shame there's too expensive right now. I know, right? Everything is going up and then some things is going down. You just can't win. But again, maybe we can add your protein in from other places. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you would try it. If you try the eggs thing, please let me know. Now, she says 6 to 8 eggs. Again, eggs do have like the whole cholesterol thing. But if you do try it, definitely let me know. Give yourself some time, though. Like, give yourself like a couple of months and see if it's actually working. And then you can come back and you could be a witness, or, you could be somebody to say, no, don't try it. Whatever you like. But let us know. Add extra protein to your diet, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know how it goes. I hope you all have a great night. I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, adios.